Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a beautiful bag with a fold over flap front, just like that. And you untie the ribbon and it opens up. And Berry, please stop playing with things, you noisy girl. Cat on my desk playing. Uses the In Good Taste suite. So I've got the paper, I've got the stamps, and I've got these lovely wooden embellishments. I love the paper pack, so I've got it ready. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's all these sort of wall, floor covering, are just lovely. And laminate floor. I swear that one down there is my flooring downstairs. I've got hardwood flooring on the ground floor, and on its way, hopefully this week. I don't know. New flooring going in on the upstairs as well. But anyway, yeah, you've got sort of a wall, you've got tiles, you've got flooring, it's just fabulous. I love it. And I've made this bag in this bathroom tile paper. I don't know. It's kind of Mediterranean sort of thing. But just because I liked it for no deep-rooted reason other than I really fancied working with that paper. And that's exactly why I'm going with this paper. Love it. It's just fabulous. Okay, so your paper needs to be 12 by 12 inches. If you're working in metric, 30 and a half by 30 and a half. No need to trim down. On the first side, so the first side is the one that you're going to look at it. It's this way round. So you have it the right way up and score it at 2 1/4, 5 3/4, 8, 11, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. nearly did for it. So in metric, that's 5 and a half, 14 and a half, 20 and 29. Then on the second side, score it at 2 1/4 and at 9 1/4, which is 5 and a half and 23 and a half centimetres. Okay. So I'm going to burnish all of this up. That's really lovely. That's like Hessian rugs. I don't know. Who would have thought floor tiles and wall tiles would make great designer series paper? Who'd have thought it? I wouldn't, that's why I'm not one of the Stampin' Up designers. But yeah, it's just brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, let's get that bit there. Hold that over, and then I'm looking for the bottom. That's the bottom, and then the front or the top is longer. So this is, hopefully you can see that's a shorter bit than that. So that is the top. Okay. And I might have to do this with a black pen so you can see what I'm doing. So we've got maybe a white chalk pen. No, you can see that. That's good. Okay, it's all going like that. We need to separate these parts. And then up at the top, the matching ones, oops, go a bit like that. We're getting rid of all of these and keeping... Oh, we're not. We're keeping that one. Getting rid of all of those. So where it's got the thin tab here, keep that one. Get rid of all of the rest, because that is going to come round from the back and fold to the front. So the wide rectangular panel next to this thin skinny, keep that, bin the rest. All of these, you're just cutting up separately, much like I've done a box before. Gonna have to turn it over though, because I can't see a thing with all my black lines scored on there. Or scribbled on there, I should say. Right, so this is my skinny panel. So I get rid of the skinny, keep the one next to it, ditch the rest. Now, I'm kind of brave and handy with a pair of scissors. If you're not so brave, or you fear you might be a bit wibbly, grab your trimmer But these scissors are long. These aren't my longest scissors, actually. That's a longer bit. Well, is there much in it? There's not much in it. I don't know, about a centimetre. Aren't they pretty? If you didn't see this the other day, I had to buy new fabric scissors, and I just bought fabric scissors off Amazon. Did not have a clue that they had rainbows on here. That was a nice surprise. Right. Okay. So if I bring it back round, so there's my thin skinny panel. That's the bit I've kept. And these have simply been separated. Right, I'm going to get some adhesive along here. I don't know why I ticked that. You don't need to tick Seal Plus. Probably getting it in a straighter line would be a better idea though than I've just done. Right, so that is my back, because this is going to come over the front. Fold in two sides and the back. And get some glue on here. And one of my sons has just come home from school, so I'm just going to pause for a second. When the family comes home from the school run, kind of forgot that was happening. Lost track of time. Right, so I just quickly sealed up the bottom. And what I'm going to do, because I forgot to do it before, is round the corners of the front, what will become the front panel. So my detailed trio punch. And then, because it's got three bits, so this is a corner, that's a straight. And that little teeny tiny oval is going to be where I feed my ribbon through. So I'm literally eyeballing it. Probably should have gone with the alarm saying collect boys from school. It's all right, Chris is here. I'm not leaving them to walk themselves home. Well, three of them I am, because they're at secondary school. Right, so I've punched that hole, and you see my scribbles. I'm not going to be giving this bag away, am I? And I'm just going to fold over and with my paper piercer, go straight through the hole. So, I don't know if you can see that, but basically it's gone through that hole and into the main body of the bag. Now that's no way wide enough, so I'm just going round in a circle to make it a little bit wider, because what I want to use is my braided linen trim, and I'm going... The world is going to walk past my front door now. I'm just going to get what I think is about the right length to, so that I can put a knot through. So I'm going to fold it in half. So this is the half. These are open ends, and that is the bit that's going to go in. Possibly still not quite a wide enough hole. There we go. And don't pull it all the way through, because then you just have to start all over again. And I'm just going to tie a knot in that end. It's not going to be a super tight knot. I want it large enough that it won't pull back through. Grab those two bits. And then they're going to feed through this one that I punched. And when you push it down and create this peak here, you can pull your ribbon through and then tie it in a bow. And you don't have to put an additional knot in, which means that whoever undoes this, they're going to pull and it's going to open up straight away. And there we go. That's a bigger bow than I did last time, but actually it's rather nice. Okay, so that's my bag. And I've got, of course, the matching stamp set. Now, Jack was in the office, and actually Jack's just wandered into the house, but he's disappeared, so I can't ask him what colour he wanted. But he was in the office when I put this together, and he told me the colours to choose. This is So Saffron, and that is Mint Macaron. But he wasn't here when I was prepping for the video, so I just thought I'm going to grab a couple of colours and see what happens. So I've got Rococo Rose and Misty Moonlight, which I think go quite nicely with that. So I'm going to take my flour and then my phrase and grab some blocks. So I want my flour on there. It's not long enough. I want it so that I can see through, see what I'm doing. Oh, I need to measure this first. So I'm measuring this at being 1 inch wide. And I'm going to line it up on here. First things first, my flour, bottom corner, and grab my trimmer, which I put away. And I'm not measuring this because sometimes freestyle crafting, which is what I call this, freestyle crafting, when you aren't measuring all of the everything, can be almost more rewarding. I don't know. It's fun just to work like this, just to see what results you get. I am going to measure this at being 1 inch wide because I want to stamp and flagtail. So that's the only official measuring I'm doing. So here's my sentiment stamped, my Misty Moonlight. Line up again on my grid paper and hope it lines up too. It did. Always good. I'm going to hack a bit of the end off and get my pick-a-punch. This is the Banners Pick-a-Punch. This is from the winter catalogue, and we have one in the annual catalogue, which is this one. So they're different. So you've got 3 different patterns. It's sort of 2 patterns, but actually they come out as 3 patterns on each of these, in different widths. So 1 inch down to ½ an inch, and the same here, except one is just the flagtail like this, and the other is the banner. But they're brilliant. Love them. Okay, right, let's get this on my bag. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a 5th one. So this is going to sit on my bag like this, and this one is going to layer up as well. So I want a double stack on this flag-tailed end, and that will mean that everything is sitting at the same height off the bag. There we go, just like that. And then to finish, these are the In Good Taste elements. So you've got this pattern, and then there are these tiny, there's octagons and little crosses. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use these shapes here. Small, large, and then this sort of frondy, I don't know if that's the right phrase, it's leafy. It's leafy is the only description I can give you, because, you know, this is me, horticulturally challenged. Okay, there is one side that's got some embossing on it, straight down the centre, and this one as well. I don't know that my camera can focus that much, but yeah, there's embossing on there, so that's the right way up. And mini glue dot, because these things are super strong, tuck that one there. That one doesn't have embossing on it, it clearly has no right or wrong. Actually, you know, the other two, I don't think there's a right or wrong either. You could have the plain side or you could have the detailed side. Your call, your project. There we go. Aren't they great? I love them. They're just different. Who would have made a bag with flooring paper? Why not? And why not? Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.